like just, that everybody came together for a positive cause in a beautiful city. And I think that was the main focus of the World Youth Forum.
This is your first visit to Egypt?
Yes, this is my first visit to Egypt. And
what's your impression?
So, okay, obviously the country is really beautiful, but I have to say the people. So I travel around Africa. I was in Algeria twice. I've been to many North African countries. I even lived in Tunisia for 1 year when I was little. But people here are very, very friendly. Like, even when I walk on the streets by myself, it's like, oh, can we help you? Like, do you want some tea? It's just really genuine. So it's really genuine. Obviously, the food is delicious. The food is delicious. I mean, it's really impressive also, the pyramids. When I went to the pyramids yesterday, I just saw it in front of me, and it was so
amazed.
I was so amazed. I like almost started crying. It's like so beautiful. And then the Nile River, the biggest river in Africa.
Yes. I have seen your story.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just like my friends are gonna be like, you're posting so much. I never post this much.
And about Tulantame also.
Yeah. Exactly. Everything. So yeah, I think that's like what I really noticed, like the land, like just the country beautiful, but also the people are very beautiful, which I think is even more important.
You got African roots.
I do. So I was born in the Congo. My mom is Congolese, and my dad was German, and I grew up in Europe and in California. And 1 year I lived in Tunisia, so yes. I always tell people I'm also African. We're all African. We all need to stick together. We're all Africans, yeah. We need to stick together.
You told us about the interesting things in Egypt. What's your shock?
The shock?
Yes.
Maybe a little bit the traffic, but my little sister, she was in Cairo last year, and she sent me a postcard, and she's like, "Dear Isabel, Cairo is so amazing. Now I understand why people pray so much, because of the traffic." So she kind of already told me, so I see it now, and I'm like, okay, I think the traffic is just, it's different. Like, I've seen crazy traffic before, but here it's just like you go and people just come, but it works, I mean, no accidents, so.
When we watch movies, we always see scenes for traffic in LA.
Yeah.
It's not so strange to Americans.
Exactly. I was just gonna say, like, in LA where I grew up, like, the traffic is so bad because it doesn't move. Like, you're just stuck in traffic for 3 hours, you don't move. So at least here you move, like at least you like find your way, they honk and stuff. So actually you're right. Like, it's just a little bit different, but I think I actually prefer here because, you still get to where you want to go. In LA, you can be stuck in traffic for 3 hours, like, seriously. So.
What's your next project? What you intend to do in the next time?
So right now, I'm going to take all the footage that I took here, and I'm going to do a video about Egypt and another video about the World Youth Forum. And my goal is to show a positive side of different African and Arabic countries. And this time it's going to be Egypt. Because I think, in the United States, in Europe, in the Western world, there's so many misconceptions. People literally think everybody rides on camels here. They don't even, when my mom took her driver's license in Europe, they were like, "Do you have cars in Africa?" And my mom was like, "No, I always took my elephant, to go to school." So, people really think, and then also, how Muslims are treated right now, all of these things are really problematic. So I'm trying to show a positive side and also the real side and not what we see in the media, So that's going to be my project, just sitting down, going through all the material.
You told me that you choose to go around Africa to show Africa to the West because West has a negative image about Africa.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this.
So basically I want to show the real side of Africa, and it started 2 years ago. I went to Algeria by myself and I just kind of vlogged about it. And the video, people really loved the video. People from all around the world were writing me. White people, Arab people, Africans. They said, "Thank you for showing another side of Islam. Thank you for showing another side of, Africa." So I just started doing that. You know, I went to Algeria twice, Morocco, South Africa, Guinea, Senegal, Congo, just to really show the side that we don't see on TV. You know, the real Africa, basically. And then also, when we talk about problems in Africa, we should say why we have the problems. Who brought the problems to Africa? Fun fact, it wasn't the Africans. So that's my project, yeah.
So you worked on social media since a long time. You know, the biggest advantage is you get famous so fast. But we don't know the disadvantage of this career. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, that's a really good question. You know, sometimes you get comments from people. I mean, there's so much positivity, really. Most people are so positive, but I get crazy comments sometimes, and I don't know how you are, but like sometimes they just have to answer, you know? And then you know, people will insult you, or they will just say things without even knowing. And I think for me, sometimes it makes me really sad, you know? So that's, I think, the disadvantage, that, you know, people sometimes just judge you without even knowing anything about you, or they spread lies about you, or they think just because they can hide behind a screen, they can insult you, or even worse, insult your family. So I would say that's something that, you know.
So famous has a price. This is a price of famous being famous.
Yeah, I would definitely.
Celebrity, I mean,
Yeah, I think everybody who's like in the spotlight definitely has to deal with that. But also, I don't want to complain about it, because nobody forced me to do this, and I think my cause is more important. Like, I happily have people spit in my face if it means that I can show the real side of Egypt, Algeria, Africa, you know. So it's just.
What is the specific side that you want to show about Egypt?
Okay, so now that I have my material, I think I really want to have the focus. Obviously, the country is so beautiful. I mean, just showing the pyramids speaks for itself. You know, the Nile River, the beaches, the Red Sea, but also the people. I think I really want to talk about the people in my video, and just because they touched me so much. And like, I mean, in the United States, they always say we're fake, and here I feel like people are not fake at all. Like, they're actually nice to you, you know, because I see even how they're treating each other, like saying Habibi to everybody. Like, it's so beautiful. So I think I really want to focus on that in my video as well.
Do you feel secure and safe when you go down the street?
Yes, I feel so. You know, I was by myself yesterday, the day before yesterday, just walking around the streets, and I feel really, really safe. I have to say, more men touch me or talk to me inappropriately when I walk in Paris, in New York, in Berlin, hands down. So there's another misconception, you know?
Yeah.
My friends would be like, oh my gosh, how can you go to Africa by yourself, like wearing your dresses? It's like, excuse me. Like, when I walk in Paris, people literally touch me on the streets. Nobody touches me here on the streets. I mean, of course, like, people look and like, but it's the same, you know, like, it's not different, and you have to be careful anywhere that you go. And also, a lot of people said that I look Egyptian, so I was like, thank you.
Yes, that's true.
They said I have a face of like Arabic face. And I'm like, oh. So now I really want to learn Arabic, because I don't want to disappoint all my friends who think I'm Egyptian.
Do you produce by yourself? Or
Yes, I do everything by myself right now, because then it also allows me to really make sure that it's exactly how I want it to be. So, yeah, I just film, and then obviously when I'm in front of the camera, somebody helps me, but other than that, I just do everything by myself. Yeah.
So you stay for a long time in Egypt?
I'm going to Paris tomorrow, but hopefully I will come back, inshallah.
Our last question is, as we are in a traditional media, journalism or TV, and you're also a TV journalist, and now you are a YouTuber working for social media. So my question, do you think social media threatens traditional one?
Do I think social media is better than traditional media?
No.
Threaten.
Yes.
Oh, yes, of course. I definitely think it's a threat. I mean, when we look at media in Europe or in the United States or even here, a lot of newspapers are out of business now, because everything is online. And I think the next generation, or this generation already, like, we're just on social media. And there are people who only get their information on Instagram and Twitter. So it's definitely a big threat.
Yeah.